guys, Phoenix here, and today I'm just going to give you a quick update on what I've been doing with the S5 on getting it repaired. Obviously, the video of me explaining why the S5 was a mistake has done quite well. People have seemed to receive it quite well. Some people have had their negative comments to say, some people have had positive comments to say. Everyone's got their own side to it. But it's had a good bit of feedback, and I'd just like to give the positive ones a bit of an update on how things are going with it. So, obviously in that video I listed off quite a big list of things that I found wrong with the car. Now obviously a lot of it is unaffordable at this point in time for me to fix. For example, as much as the timing chain isn't a major issue, it still needs doing at some point. There's no actual chain rattle as yet, however it's definitely going to reach its time now where it definitely should be considered a change. But that's being left for now. Everything else, however, I've been trying to work on, minus the engine mount, because I might as well do that at the same time as the timing chain. So we'll forget about those two for now. But starting off, the main issue that I think I brought up in the video was the cooling system, on the fact that the engine never warmed up. That I was pretty bang on to say is the thermostat. It's quite well known on Audis, and it's especially quite well known on that S5 as well, that the thermostats do get stuck. What's happened is the last owner of it must have put standard water in it rather than deionized water, and that has caused a lot of rust in the system. So it's had a full coolant flush, all completely flushed out multiple times and refilled with brand new coolant, because when it was taken apart to be replaced, it was found in this state. So here is the actual thermostat that was on the car at the time of when it was sold to me. So again, I'm surprised I didn't pick up on this at the garage, especially with the state that this is in, because this is not something that's new. This has been a problem for a while by the looks of it. When it was taken off, it looked exactly like this. I have not tampered with this whatsoever. This is exactly how it came off the car. So you can see on the thermostat here, it is very, very rusty, very, very crusty, and is just absolutely destroyed. You can see that it's stuck open on the inside there because of the amount of rust that's been through it, and it's just seized it into place. So now it was constantly overcooling because of the state of that. That is insane with how bad that has been left. And obviously the car was sold to me with this as an issue. I picked up on it straight away, and I'm not going to obviously re-say the whole story, what I've already said. The garage decided to not sort it for me and instead fobbed me off until I can't claim on any sort of warranty. They just tried to push it back and push it back. So I was left to do this on my own. The actual part itself, because I'm not going to go for anything cheap, I went with the original Audi part. This came as a full unit with the water pump as well, which I believe was £380. I could be wrong. I think it was around the 300 mark. Could have been 350, but I think it was 380, and that was for the full unit. Because the thermostat, this itself, I also bought a separate one of these just in case, because originally I tried to just change this, didn't go to plan, I had to change the full unit. But this, I think, was £280 from FCP Euro. I think it's that. But either way, it's very, very expensive just for the part alone, never mind any sort of labour cost. So that's also just been a massive setback on the S5. Not major, but also tied in with it, the water pump was obviously changed at the same time. The actual water pump, whatever you want to call it, on the inside, it's not the impeller. The impeller shaft, that's it, the impeller shaft was a bit damaged, so that was replaced as well. Again, genuine Audi, that was £30, not as bad. But this, as you can see here, wasn't in the best condition. It was quite rusty, quite knackered, and the impeller itself is very grindy, very stiff. Definitely was worth replacing. It's not been looked after as much as I thought. At the same time of doing all of that, I discovered that there was a leak on my aircon condenser and the actual plug where it plugs into, because whilst it was all taken apart, they found out that the aircon itself was leaking directly through the aircon pressure switch plug where it's plugged into. So that knackered not only the aircon condenser and made it leak, which gave me no aircon, it also knackered the plug itself. So when it was rebuilt, I then had a parasitic drain on the power, which then also killed the battery. So the battery has also been replaced on the S5. Luckily, because Halfords are a lot cheaper with a trade card, I think I got the matching battery that was in it for, I think it was £138. It's a lot better than it could have been. They can go up to £250 or more depending on what sort of battery you get. But I just got a direct replacement for what was already in the car, and that's what that cost. Apart from the aircon condenser, which I think was £100 for the part, and then I think another £20 for the sensor. They aren't in yet. They still need to be done because the bolts are very rusted, very seized, where it's all leaked out and caused rust around it. So it needs to be drilled out and completely redone. So that is more cost yet added on that I don't think I mentioned in the other video, but it's just something else I've had to add on to fixing the S5. Next up, when it came to troubleshooting the misfire that I found on the car, that took quite a while to start with, mainly because one, I couldn't afford to keep getting parts, and two, I didn't have the time to actually go and start troubleshooting it to find out what needs replacing. Eventually, when I got to it and had the money to do it, I found out it was a mix of the spark plugs, coil packs, and rocker cover gasket. So the rocker cover gasket on the, if you're sat in the driver's seat on the left-hand side of the engine, I think it's bank 2, basically where the actual spark plug tubes or holes, whatever you want to call them, are, it had split very slightly there, or just come slightly out of place, which then let loads of oil leak into those spark plug wells. That's probably a word for it. So a few of those, especially on that side of the engine, had quite a bit of oil in. The other side, completely dry, perfect. But that side specifically, where cylinder 8 was mainly giving me misfire codes, and then it gave me random misfires after that, I found out it's because that rocker cover gasket seemed to be leaking into those tubes. I also found out, obviously from that, the coil packs were covered in oil, not working very well for as it was. I think this is one of the cleaner ones that I had, but can't really tell in there. There is not the best one to show, there was worse. There was a bit of corrosion in them, and just it was all clogged up and very dirty, so there was no chance that these were going to work very well. So that's definitely not helped with the misfire. Worth replacing. These I think cost me, I think for the full set, £280, because again, I will only go for the top quality stuff. I'm not going to go for anything cheap when it comes to this car. And then this one is a spark plug that was used to try and troubleshoot what was causing this misfire, because we changed over a spark plug just to see if it fixed it temporarily. It did, not for long though, hence I found out it was the rocker cover gasket leaking afterwards. But just an example, I think this spark plug was in for, I think, a week or 2 weeks, and as you can see with how it was running, to me that's telling me quite rich. I could be wrong. Someone tell me in the comments if I am being wrong. I am still learning mechanics. I'm doing quite well, but I'm pretty sure that to me says it was running rich in that chamber. And to say this is a new, I think it's iridium that I got, it doesn't look very new. It looks like it's been used a lot longer than it actually has. And then obviously around it has lots of oil where it's been seeping through as well, onto the actual threads and the top of the spark plug. Again, there was a lot worse. This is just one that I've still got here as an example. The next thing that I found out was also the fact that the sump plug was leaking. Now there is a bit of an oil leak around the bell housing since I've had a look underneath, and that still hasn't been discovered of what that is yet. Could be something clutch related and clutch fluid, don't know yet. Could just be oil, don't know yet. I've not looked into it too much. That is another problem I have to troubleshoot with it, and I will give you an update if it is something really bad, which so far, since Magari Automotive have sold me this car, it's probably going to be bad with this list that I've already mentioned so far. But we'll skip over that for now, just the sump plug. When it came to that, I went to go get it serviced because I like to make sure this car is well serviced at least once every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. I'm very on point with the highest quality oil, highest quality everything to make sure it is done. I mainly use things like Marl, which is what the original dealership uses, but anyway, I'm skipping over that. The actual sump plug itself, it seems like, one, they was using copper washers on the original sump plug, which from what I've looked into, those copper washers leak anyway. But the last place that serviced it, which I think was somewhere down in London, which, from what I've got of invoices, they have definitely not put that sump plug back on correctly, because it seems to be cross-threaded. When I've gone to change the actual plug itself, it would not screw back in nicely. The one that I took off would, but the new one wouldn't. So it seems to be slightly cross-threaded on the sump, which is what's causing that to leak. So at the moment, that is still leaking. It needs to either have a sump plug repair on its next service, which is due anytime now, or it's going to need a new sump. So price-wise, I haven't worked that one out yet. It's not going to be anything very good, but again, it's just another thing that has to be fixed. Not the worst thing on the list, but it is consuming a lot of oil at the moment because it's just every so often dripping out. If I try and get the actual oil level anywhere near full, the pressure of the actual internals of it and the oil pressure just pushes past that seal and makes it leak out faster. So at the moment, it'll hold about half full, which is still okay to drive, but otherwise I can't have the full amount of oil that needs to be in it. It's always about halfway on the IMI level system. I'm using words that I'm currently thinking of on the spot. You can probably tell. Next on the list that has been fixed is, again, whilst the thermostat was being done, I completely forgot to mention this one. We also noticed that the drive belt or auxiliary belt or serpentine belt, whatever you want to call it, seems to be slightly misaligned. So you can see a little bit of glazing down the actual middle. I think I've got it somewhere, but I don't know where it is now. So there was actually a bit of glazing down the middle of the actual belt itself, so you can see where it's been rubbing a bit too much or it's been over tensioned. As well as the actual grooves or the ribs on the belt have chipped away in certain points on the belt. So that's pointing to me it's most likely misaligned somewhere on the actual tensioners or pulleys, whatever you want to call them. One of those is probably slightly misaligned. It's got a new belt, it's not got any new tensioners yet, but that is just another problem that I picked up on whilst having other work done. Then we also have the problem of the ball joint that was found pretty much straight away. That still isn't fixed to this day, because again, money's short and I'm having to cough up a lot of money to have this car fixed, seeing as Magari did not cover it in the warranty, which they definitely should have done. And basically, if I play this video, this is what I found play-wise in the ball joint. So that is the sort of play that I've got. It's not major, but it's enough to say, yes, this has got enough play. And that also put a lot of edge wear on that driver's front tyre. So I've also had all of the tyres changed from budget arrow speeds that they had on it back up to what it should be, which at the moment I've got Continental Sport Contact 7s as my tyre of choice on the car. So again, coughed up a hell of a lot of money to get this car to the standard it should do. I need to fix that ball joint as soon as possible. That I'm going to go for, again, OEM suspension arms. I'm going to probably get a full kit because it's cheaper rather than buying it separately. It's not cheaper in total, but when it comes to it, it'll be better. As well as the track rod ends I'm probably going to get as well, because as much as they are fine for now, there is chips in it, so it looks like it's been whacked with something and it's chipped off bits of metal. So structurally it doesn't look very good. It still functions fine, but it's something I'd like to change as well. It's just something else that I picked up on along this journey. But so far, I think that is all I've done to repair it, apart from general cleaning stuff. So I've put through premium fuel constantly. I've gone no lower than 99 octane, as well as I've also used fuel system cleaner every 3 months just to make sure all the injectors are clean, and then eventually it needs to be carbon cleaned as well, which I've already got a quote for. Can't afford it right now yet again, but eventually we'll have a full carbon clean as well, because that is also overdue. But apart from that, the S5 is back up and running. It is working, and I just wanted to give everyone an update of roughly the sort of money I've spent on it so far. If I had to summarise what I've spent on just maintenance, getting it to what it should have been when I bought the car, roughly I'd say up to £2,000 is what has been spent on repairs. Mainly because of the fact that I've gone for OEM parts and some parts have been needed extra. For example, when it came to the thermostat, some of the bolts were rounded off, so that then had to be paid for some new bolts, and little bits add up over time. So apart from the major things I've mentioned, overall, the sum of money that's been spent on it is about £2,000 to get it up to the standard that they should have sold me it with. So again, it's not the best situation, but I'm handling it and I am dealing with it in the best way, or the only way that I can. As for that business that I bought the car from, it is not just me that has had this issue. I have had someone actually reach out to me about suing the company for a similar sort of situation with them, where they bought a brand new, I think it was a Range Rover, and something major was wrong with it and they refused to pay for any repairs, even though, again, it was in warranty. But that's none of my business. That's what's been sorted out elsewhere. Just as a reference, I'm not the only person that has been done over by this business. It is quite a few others from what I've had people contact me about, or what I've actually heard about. But anyway, apart from all of that, this is just a really quick update on what I've managed to do for the car. If you'd like to see some more S5 sort of videos, or me talking about the S5, or eventually me even working on the S5, just let me know. I'll see what I can do. I do need to start posting a little bit more videos on this channel. I'll get there, I might not, don't know. But if that's what you want to see, let me know. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Smack my bell for notifications if you want to see this sexy face again, and I will see you all in another one. Don't buy rubbish cars, make sure you do your checks. Phoenix Salute, out.